We can also modulate the filter from two different sources. Notice that the oscillators can be modulated as well. Let's start by trying some modulation out on oscillator 1. First, we need to select the source. We can select the usual suspects like the mod wheel, aftertouch, and pitch bend, plus a few added bonuses like the LFO and mod envelope. The LFO is here and the mod envelope is down here. Let's try using the LFO. I think we're going to use the mod envelope on the filter. Crank up the depth knob and play something. Now play with the rate knob on the LFO. LFO stands for low frequency oscillator. It creates a signal that starts around 20 Hz and is rhythmic in nature. You can hear all the weird stuff it's adding to the signal. We can choose from a bunch of different wave types and even sync the wave to the song's tempo. On top of that, we can also modulate the LFO itself. Unfortunately, I think it's a little too much for this sound, so let's turn it off on oscillator 1 and on the filter. Now let's try using the mod envelope on the filter. Set the first drop down to modulation envelope and crank up the depth. Now the filter will follow the characteristics of this envelope down here. The envelope has the 4 standard envelope controls: attack, decay, sustain, and release. Right now we can see the attack is quick and the sustain and release are short. You can hear the filter attacking quickly and then slowly releasing. Let's change up the settings a bit. Set the attack to around 10, the decay to around 80, sustain to about 110, and the release to about 40. That's sounding pretty good. Notice that we can even modulate the mod envelope using the velocity, the mod wheel, and even itself. I like leaving it set to velocity with the depth cranked. Now let's add some effects to finish off the sound. This top row of knobs controls the effects we select here. Let's add a bit of flange. Turn the rate down a bit and set the mix to 40. Turn up the overdrive knob a bit to add a bit of dirt to the sound. Don't go too crazy though. Now let's add some delay. There are 5 knobs at the bottom to control it. Let's turn up the mix to hear how it sounds as is. Turn the feedback down a bit. Make sure the delay is set to quarter notes and turn down the tone a bit. Much better.